I'm Lowri Turner. I'm a mum of one. I have a daughter, Mably, who is just coming up to 7 months old now. I'm concerned about the removal of the reasonable chastisement defence because it can only lead to criminalising parents who want to raise their children well, want to discipline them lovingly and make sure that they grow up to be well-rounded individuals. The law already protects children from abuse, which of course is important and vital, but this additional change can have no other consequence other than making parents who are loving and caring into criminals. The inevitable consequence is that parents will be fearful of disciplining their children. They will be fearful of the way that they treat them in public, in private, and that's not a healthy way for parents to interact with their children. I think it will also lead to an overwhelming amount of complaints, of issues that will be passed on to social services and to the police. They'll be swamped with cases that aren't anything to be concerned about, cases of loving, caring parents, disciplining their children in a reasonable and moderate way, and that'll choke up their time, which is already very precious. There's not much funding, there's not much time available to prosecute cases where abuse is really taking place. That will be even more hampered by this change in the legislation. Our daughter isn't old enough to be smacked yet when she's naughty. She's only 7 months old, but it is a form of punishment we would consider using in the future, only under very particular circumstances. It wouldn't be administered in anger, it certainly wouldn't be used without any warning, and it would always be done in a loving manner with hugs and kisses afterwards once they've said sorry and an explanation of why it's necessary. There seems to be a lot of hostility towards smacking as part of this new politically correct world that we live in, where people are very fearful about what they say, what they do, what goes on in our own homes is no longer really considered to be as private as it used to be. There is an increasing amount of sort of state overreach into family life. And it's so sad that we live in a world where children are abused. It's dreadful and it's an awful thing. There have been so many high-profile cases of abuse recently in the media. It's very much on people's minds now, and this feels like an overreaction to that problem. I believe that parents who lovingly and caringly discipline their children in a moderate and caring way shouldn't be criminalised for doing so. If I had an opportunity to ask the First Minister Carwyn Jones a question, I'd ask him why he's spending so much time and effort on pushing through this bill when there are so many greater issues to be tackling. There is the health service, there is policing, there is education. All of these things are more deserving of his time and energy.